This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses, the week before Saratoga and Del Mar race courses open up for their summer residents. We have 18 races to bring you from 8 different racetracks, kicking it off down to Parx Racing for their Greenwood Cup, a mile and a half at 1 to 10, redeemed.
And they're off in the Greenwood Cup, and redeemed comes bouncing right out of there. And Ramon Dominguez sends him immediately to the lead. Not only that, but he immediately establishes a 3-length advantage. Hello Lover will be second on the inside. Not Abroad is alongside of Hello Lover. After that, it's about 3.5 back to Eversoul, and at the tail of the field are Double the Style, who is on the outside of Win Willie. So not unexpected here that Redeemed holds on to a big early lead. Redeemed at the top of the stretch for the first time is in front by about 6 lengths. That opening quarter was 24-3, so a very reasonable pace here for Redeemed. Not Abroad and Hello Lover continue to run side by side as they share second. Another 4 back to Eversoul. Win Willie is on the inside, and as they hit the wire for the first time, Win Willie is running about 8 lengths off of Redeemed, and at the back is Double the Style. 49-1 was that opening half mile. And Not Abroad has quickly closed the gap on Redeemed as they move into the clubhouse turn. Redeemed is on top by 1.5 lengths, but again, that opening half mile was just 49-1. So Not Abroad will sit second on the outside. Hello Lover saving all the ground in third. Hello Lover goes to the back stretch and is about 3.5 lengths behind. After that, it's 4 more to Eversoul, who is to the outside of Win Willie. And Win Willie is yet to do his best running. That will be a little bit later. And still well back to the trailer Double the Style. 5 furlongs left to go in the Greenwood Cup, and Redeemed is just bounding along by 1 length. Not Abroad continues to sit a close second. It's about 3 lengths back to Hello Lover, who has been edged off the rail in the 3rd position. Eversoul has picked up some ground as had Win Willie. Win Willie is now up within 5 lengths of Redeemed, and Double the Style has been 6th throughout. They move to the far turn, and they have 3 furlongs to run in the Greenwood Cup, and Redeemed continues to cruise along up front. Not Abroad is trying to quicken on the outside of Redeemed. Hello Lover also trying to lengthen his stride. Win Willie has come to the outside. But Not Abroad posing a threat for Redeemed as they approach the top of the stretch. Redeemed turns for home in front by only 3/4 of a length. Not Abroad on the outside second, but now Redeemed lets it out a notch. Ramon Dominguez takes a peek back, and Redeemed is in front, but now coming under the whip. Not Abroad on the outside is still right there. 16th to go. Redeemed holding on to the lead. Not Abroad is gaining late. It's Redeemed and Not Abroad. It will be Redeemed. Redeemed holds on and wins 3/4 of a length. Not Abroad was second. Hello Lover was third.
And crushing the old track record of 2:29-4 is Redeemed under Ramon Dominguez, who went to the front in this 3-turn contest and made it look as comfortable as possible, winning by 1/2 of a length, returning $2.20 for JMS Stable and Richard Dutrow Jr. Redeemed, quite frankly, hit our radar screen last autumn in a very impressive performance in the Oklahoma Derby under Edgar Prado, and has truly run strongly since then. Now 13 career starts, 8 victories, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, 5th stakes victory, and perhaps onto the Breeders' Cup Marathon. Not Abroad finished second, and Hello Lover finished third, but Redeemed a convincing 1 to 10 winner. Delaware Park, ladies and gentlemen, up first, 1 mile and 3/8 on the turf, the Robert Dick Memorial at 9 to 5, Bubbly Jane.
And they're off in the Robert Dick Memorial. Namaskara breaks well toward the outside, goes for that lead. Starformer down toward the inside quickly to challenge, and now Starformer to the front. Namaskara racing in second, followed by Dinner's Out. Also right there, Sakara alongside of that one as they make their way into the far turn the first time. Starformer by 2 over Namaskara. Dinner's Out hugs the rail, racing in third. Length and a half further back to Sakara, settles in the fourth. 2 lengths to Team. Bubbly Jane, the favorite, right alongside. Then a gap of 3 to Sonata and Sex Appeal at the rear as they make their way around the turn and head down the home stretch for the first time. Star Former Edgar Prado leads it by a clear 2. Namaskara under a tight hold on the outside. Dinner's Out with the rail, heads apart second and third. 2.5 to Sakara, racing a patient fourth. Down toward the inside, that's Team. Then comes Bubbly Jane, followed by Sex Appeal and alongside Sonata. As they pass the finish line the first time, Star Former leads it by about 3 parts of a length. Namaskara edging a little bit closer in second. Dinner's Out with a good trip going in third, followed by Team on the inside of Sakara. Then a length further back to Bubbly Jane, still in a good spot. Toward the inside, Sex Appeal, and the trailer is Sonata. Opening quarter went in 25 and 2, the half in 50 and 2, so a comfortable pace scenario for the leader. They've got 5 furlongs to go. Star Former leads it by a half. Namaskara's right there in second. 2 lengths to Dinner's Out toward the inside of Sakara. Then a length and a half further back to Bubbly Jane on the outside of Team. Another length further back to Sonata and Sex Appeal as they move toward the half-mile marker with Star Former and Namaskara still 1-2. They've been that way for 6 furlongs. Then a gap of 2 lengths to Dinner's Out and Sakara. Bubbly Jane now trying to get underway. Team toward the inside. Then comes Sonata and Sex Appeal as they make their way into the turn. The 6 went in 15 and 4, the mile in 140. And it's still Star Former on the front end. On the outside, Namaskara. Sakara's now trying to make a 3-wide move. Dinner's Out still with a shot. Bubbly Jane needs to do more as they head for home with Star Former and Prado to catch. Cutting that corner nicely, Dinner's Out, followed by on the outside Sakara. Star Former's race to win or lose. Bubbly Jane's now trying to make a late rally, but Star Former rated perfectly on the front end by Edgar Prado. She's going to win this one. Star Former virtually gate to wire, wins it by 3.5 over Sakara and Bubbly Jane. A tight photo. Bubbly Jane may have gotten it, followed by Sakara tight for fourth.
Star Former, though, under Edgar Prado for Bill Mott and the very familiar Silks of Judd Mott Farms. They score the every polo winning one. 3-length victory over Bubbly Jane. Bubbly Jane was the runner-up in 2011, and heck, that was only 3 races back for Bubbly Jane. But Star Former, before returning $10 in Saturday's Robert Dick Memorial, was the chalk in 4 out of 5 races, but not on Saturday afternoon. So Star Former scoring the marathon victory in Saturday's Robert Dick Memorial. Also on the card Saturday afternoon, 3-year-old fillies, a mile and a 16th, the Delaware Oaks, 2 to 5, very familiar name, Grace Hall.
And they're off in the Delaware Oaks. Wicked Miz, the gray toward the inside, breaks well. Amy's Dinny is right there. Albie Cap on the outside. Those 3 across the track. Grace Hall is going easily, trying to settle in that 4th spot. And the late running Via Villaggio is your trailer. Into the clubhouse turn. Amy's Dinny by about a neck. Wicked Miz has the rail secured up on the outside. 3 wide. It's Albie K. Those 3 still across the track. And Grace Hall's in a perfect spot in 4th. Then a gap of 3 lengths further back to Via Villaggio as they make their way around the clubhouse turn. Wicked Miz with the rail leads it by a half over Amy's Dinny. Up on the outside, Albie K. Grace Hall settling nicely in that 4th spot. Opening quarter went in. Well, we have no teletimer working on this one as they make their way down the back stretch. It's Wicked Miz on the inside leading it. Wicked Miz by a neck over Amy's Dinny. Right there, Albie K sitting 3rd. Grace Hall toward the outside for clear sailing in 4th. And Villa Villaggio is the trailer, only about 6 lengths off the lead, being set by Wicked Miz and Jeremy Rose. They make their way past the half-mile marker, half in 47 and 2, solid tempo. Amy's Dinny is right there in 2nd. Length further back to Albie K. Grace Hall's edging a bit closer now in 4th. Asked for more and gaining on the top 3 now. Then a gap of 2.5 to Via Villaggio, the trailer with 3/8 to go. Wicked Miss, Amy's Dinny. Here comes Grace Hall making a 4-wide move. Albie K is right there, 4 across the track. Via Villaggio continues the trail with a quarter to go. It's still wide open. Grace Hall on the outside, now being set down by Castellaro, and she responds. Grace Hall powers to the front by 2. Amy's Dinny, Albie K, a late run from Via Villaggio, but it's not going to be near enough. Grace Hall, she's drawing away. She's showing her class here. Grace Hall's going to romp in the Delaware Oaks. Via Villaggio closing well for 2nd, followed by Amy's Dinny and Albie K in a show photo.
And making her first start since the 3rd place finish in the Kentucky Oaks is the spin-away winner, Grace Hall. Very, very impressive victory for Anthony Ducho and Javier Castellano. Win by nearly 4 lengths, returning $2.80. And Grace Hall had been working out brilliantly, ladies and gentlemen, since her third-place finish in the Oaks, all of them down at Delaware Park. And you saw that the teletimer posted the opening quarter mile a little late, but Grace Hall, a convincing winner of the Delaware Oaks. See if she comes up to Saratoga for the prestigious Alabama. Monmouth Park, ladies and gentlemen, site for the 3-year-olds sprinting in the Jersey Shore. This used to be 7/8 at Atlantic City. Now it's 3/4 at Monmouth Park. Even money. Isn't he clever?
They're racing in the Jersey Shore Stakes. Well spelled in Cape Cod Canal came out running. There goes Rastone now. Through on the inside to grab the lead up the backstretch. Scaramagna's next, and then Wildcat Creek. Isn't He Clever has been outrun in the first part of the race here. Isn't He Clever is 6 lengths off the lead, and it's a long shot out there in front. Rastone by 1.5 lengths. Scaramagna, Cape Cod Canal third to the outside. The first quarter 22-2. Isn't He Clever is starting to progress along the rail. He's passed 2 horses into the turn. Wildcat Creek and Well Spelled, and now Rastone is still 1.5 lengths in front as they round the far turn. Scaramagna second. Cape Cod Canal runs along in third. Farther out comes Wildcat Creek. Isn't He Clever bottled up behind a wall of horses, but saving all the ground, 2 lengths off the lead. Where's he gonna go? They're into the stretch. Cape Cod Canal is taking the lead. Isn't He Clever still right behind horses on the far outside? Well Spelled comes on. Isn't He Clever now dives to the rail. Cape Cod Canal is the leader coming to the final 16th. Well Spelled on the outside, runs by him. Scaramagna is third. It is Well Spelled in the Jersey Shore over Cape Cod Canal. Scaramagna, Isn't He Clever, settles for fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Well Spelled was 3-1 on the morning line, and when handicapping this race for the Handicappers Report, I thought it was a very evenly matched race, and about 5 of the 6 should be, you know, in the neighborhood of 4 of the 6 should be around 3-1. But Well Spelled, not drawing the attention of the wagers, returns $13.20, nearly doubling the morning line price for Pablo Fragoso. They score the victory. Cape Cod Canal finishes second, with Scaramanga finishing third. Isn't He Clever, who wasn't fast enough, 0 for 3 since winning the Borderland Derby out at Sunland Park. They still saw fit to make Isn't He Clever even money, but Well Spelled doing very, very well, has hit the board in all 7 career starts on the dirt. 3-year-old fillies up next. You know, one way I think prepping for the Monmouth Oaks. This is the Serena song, 3-5, Moment in Dixie.
They're racing in the Serena song. Salad Girl a step slow to start. Morrow Cove out for the lead. Ageless on the outside broke well. Mind Save comes up the rail to be a part of the early pace too, and these 3 will lead them into that first turn. And they're being followed by Ainsley running in 4th position. After that, to the outside, Salad Girl, who's gone by a couple of rivals. Street Crew is second last, and the favorite Moment in Dixie is last around the first turn and 9 lengths off the lead. On to the backstretch in 23 2/5 seconds. It is Mind Save in front. Morrow Cove on the outside second. Just outside of them, Ageless is third by another 2. Then it's Ainsley, Salad Girl to the outside, followed by Street Crew, and Moment in Dixie, the 3-5 favorite, is 11 lengths off the lead halfway up the backstretch. Approaching the half-mile pole now, Mind Save, Morrow Cove, together through a 47 2 half-mile. And then it's Ageless third to the outside. Ainsley rides the rail fourth by another 2. After that comes Salad Girl, Street Crew, and still nothing yet from Moment in Dixie, who is still 11 lengths behind. Around the far turn. And splitting horses now, it's Morrow Cove. On the outside, Ageless. Giving way at the rail, Mind Save. Moment in Dixie is making a run now. From dead last, but still a lot of work to do. 7 lengths to make up as they come through the stretch. And Morrow Cove has the lead. On the far outside, Moment in Dixie has taken second. And then it's Ainsley. But Morrow Cove's too far out in front. And Morrow Cove and Paco Lopez have won the Serena song easily. Moment in Dixie came from last to second, and then it was Ainsley and Street Crew.
And often race callers will draw our attention when there's an incident at the start especially when there is a short price favorite. But Larry almost didn't alert us to the fact that Moment in Dixie, who was a front-end style running horse, stumbled badly at the start and I think completely compromised her chances to make it 3 in a row, kicking off her career. Morro Cove under Paco Lopez, an offspring of Yes It's True, out of a UNI mare, gets the 2-turn victory, winning by nearly a handful, returning $9.80 for Todd Pletcher and Paul Pompa, coming out of a 2-lifetime race at Delaware. Moment in Dixie, who shockingly won the career debut at 20-1, came back in an entry-level allowance at 6-5, won by 10+ lengths. Going to have to give her a pass in my mind's eye after a horrible start, and Ainsley finishes 3rd in Sunday's Serena Song. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, up to Canada, Fort Erie, Woodbine, and a couple of races from the big weekend at Arlington Park.
Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every morning at 11 a.m. and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food, we're all about savings, we're all about you.
Hi race fans, I'm Seth Merrill with some great news. Now you can get live streaming of all our tracks. Just log on to capitalotv.com, click on the live streaming link, and choose from more than 35 tracks from around the world. Plus, you can now get race replays, any day, any track. And don't forget to check out our new virtual tow board. In horse racing, information is key, and no one brings you the crucial information you need like capitalotv.com. Live streaming, race replays, and our new virtual tow board. capitalotv.com, check it out now.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at capitalotv.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at capitalotb.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice. Some people take analyzing a horse race to a whole other level. Tune in every morning at 11 a.m. and get up-to-the-minute analysis of the day's biggest races, breaking news from the racing industry, and our daily best bets, only on OTB TV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time to go north of the border for a couple races, and a stop at Fort Erie up first, the middle jewel of the Canadian Triple Crown. You know, if you haven't heard the news, you know, Fort Erie Racetrack in a lot of trouble, ladies and gentlemen. But the 77th running of the Prince of Wales Stakes, the filly, 8-5, Irish Mission, the chalk.
They're off in the 77th Prince of Wales Stakes. From the outside, Colin Stakes shows speed, forwardly placed. Menlo Castle is away in good order. Ultimate Destiny and Irish Mission are next, 3rd and 4th. Run in Aruba is towards the outside, only 4 off the lead. Quasitator is going to have to negotiate a ground-saving trip, but right now is trapped wide on the course. Dead On has moved up towards the inside. Dixie Strike is next to last, and Classic Bryce trails as they vacate the stretch into the first turn, and the boss is Menlo Castle in the 77th Prince of Wales. Through the first turn, leads a half a length. Nakatani's got Colleen Saylor pressuring the leader as they enter the backstretch. That pair opens up by 2. Ultimate Destiny is 3rd, a half a length. Irish Mission is racing in 4th, 4 off the lead. Dead On has had a ground-saving trip, now within 5.5, running in 6th. On the outside is Run in Aruba. Classic Bryce with Dixie Strike now whittling between horses. Quasitator continues to run wide, but only 8 off the lead as they run with a half a mile to run in the 77th Prince of Wales. Ran an opening quarter in a quick 23 and 2 and a half of 46 and 4, and it's Menlo Castle who's led every step of the way. Colleen Stakes has continued to hound Menlo Castle, and now Corey Nakatani asks Colleen Sailor for more. Colleen Sailor gets the lead. Ultimate Destiny coming with a good run now to second. Dixie Strike is moving up on the extreme outside. Quasitator and Dead On. And as they run to the quarter pole, it's Colleen Sailor who comes to the top of the stretch. And to face the grand old lady, it's Colleen Sailor. But here's Dixie Strike with a furious uncoiling charge on the outside. An eighth to run, and Ultimate Destiny is on the inside. Dixie Strike strikes the front to Colleen Sailor as they grapple at the 16th pole. It's Dixie Strike, the other filly. Dixie Strike to win the 77th Prince of Wales in thrilling and historic fashion. Patrick Husbands and Dixie Strike. Ultimate Destiny, Colleen Sailor were second and third.
But it's the other filly, ladies and gentlemen, Dixie Strike, who scores a nice victory. First time Dirk grinds down the winner. Half-sister to Inglorious, the filly who won last year's Queen's Plate. So the mare, Noble Strike, one race away from getting her own career Canadian Triple Crown. If she can get an offspring to win the Breeders' Stakes, she will have accomplished it. But it was the other filly. The fillies were the first two choices in the wagering on Sunday's Prince of Wales Stakes. But Pat Husband guides Mark Casse, John Oxley's runner, to victory, beating Ultimate Destiny and Colleen Sailor, who finished third. Irish Mission, the favorite, Mission finishes sixth under Alex Solis. Now time to go Toronto way. Woodbine Racetrack up first. The 113th running of the Toronto Cup. Hammer's Terror, 3-5.
They're off in the Toronto Cup. Ex-Caper between horses. To the inside is Hammer's Terror. To their outside is Mr. Online. Then Patriotic and Proud, and Attendant is down toward the rail. And it's Hammer's Terror who leads in that long run up the backstretch, pestered by Ex-Caper in second. Mr. Online back in third in the early going. Patriotic and Proud in a fourth, and Attendant is fifth. And it's Hammer's Terror. That opening quarter was 24-3. On the firm going along the straight. Hammer's Terror on a comfortable lead. The Charlie Barley winners in front by a half a length. Ex-Caper tracking second. Mr. Online is third and 2 lengths from the front. Attendant down to the rail in fourth position. To the outside of Attendant is Patriotic and Proud. And Aunt Ram Sammy's getting aggressive with long shot Mr. Online, 48-2 for that opening half mile. Mr. Online comes on and puts Hammer's Terror to the test. And those two cross swords, midpoint of the turn. Mr. Online on the outside by a neck. To the inside is Hammer's Terror, who's still traveling well. Back in third, Ex-Caper's being pumped on by Wilson. Then we have Patriotic and Proud and Attendant. They're at the top of the lane. Mr. Online on the outside and Hammer's Terror at the rail. Put the strong left-handed encouragement as Ex-Caper is gaining ground now. And on the far outside, Patriotic and Proud between horses. Attendant, who drops to the rail. This was anyone's race at the 8th pole. And on the outside, Patriotic and Proud comes on. Ex-Caper trying to reel in. Patriotic and Proud, final 70 yards. Patriotic and Proud, a terrific performance to win the Toronto Cup over Ex-Caper with Attendant third and Hammer's Terror fourth.
But it's Patriotic and Proud, ladies and gentlemen, the third choice in the wagering for Mark Casse, not John Oxley, returning $10.50 in Saturday's Toronto Cup. Finishing second is Ex-Caper. Attendant finishes third. Hammer's Terror, who was coming out of the turf mile race to Charlie Barley, finishes off the board fourth as the 3-5 favorite. Another race to bring you from Woodbine, 2-year-olds, ladies and gentlemen, the 57th running of the Colin Stakes. First-time starter, Calgary Cat, who was 6-1 on the morning line, 8-5 and a rough beginning.
They're off in the Colin Stakes. Honorable guest from the outside. Bear's Fur is showing early speed. Ooh! And stumbling at the back was Calgary Cat, and Calgary Cat stumbled, lost 5-6 lengths. And it's Bears Fur on up the backstretch. Ray's away to the inside in second. And Hemp is in third position. To the outside, Honorable Guest is fourth. Then a Triple Cross and a Joe Ha. And Calgary Cat, after that unfortunate beginning, has spotted them 10 lengths. And they head into the turn. Ray's away. On the outside, Bears Fur turns it up a notch just ahead behind. Honorable Guest looms into contention out there 3 wide. Then we have Joe Ha to the inside in fourth. Hamp is fifth. Calgary Cat just past Triple Cross, and they're inside the quarter pole. Bears Fur in the center. On the outside is Honorable Guest. Hamp is put to pressure. Calgary Cat is on the far outside as they come to the last eighth of a mile, and it's Honorable Guest who has taken the lead. Joe Ha, and down to the inside is Bears Fur. Final 16th of a mile. Honorable Guest is trying to hold on. Surging late is Joe Ha. Joe Ha got it. Joe Ha won the Colin by a head over Honorable Guest with Triple Cross third.
But it's Joe Ha, the third choice in the wagering, scoring the victory for Michael Maker, who's taken a couple weeks off from having a winner on the show. Put second is Triple Cross. Honorable Guest, who was second under the line, caused the infraction you saw early in the race that checked Calgary Cat, who was making the career debut in a $150,000 stakes race. And, you know, whomever knew that Calgary Cat was a live runner really had no chance to find out. Bears Fur finished second. Honorable Guest, who was the offending party, is put directly behind Calgary Cat, placed fifth. But Joe Ha scores the $8.60 victory in the Colin Stakes. Big weekend at Arlington Park, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, all the prep races for Arlington Million Day on board. Up first, the 56th running of the Modesty Handicap, prepping for the Beverly D, if you will, at 1 mile and 3/16, upper line, 2-1.
And they're off in the Modesty. Smart Sting, here's Romakaka Pathway. Snowtop Mountain upper line, and she's all in from the rail. Busy Caroline takes up position in last with 1 circuit to go. She's all in. Romakaka upper line is up with them. On the outside, Pathway and Snowtop Mountain in this leading quintet, very well grouped to the first turn. Smart Sting is settled second to last, and Busy Caroline trails. The first quarter over good ground in 23 4/5 seconds. She's all in leads against the rail. She's all in, a length in front of Romakaka. James Graham at upper line right there on the rail in the Million Lane going to the back of the course. Pathway is running 3 wide. Snowtop Mountain in between horses and taking a hold of. Then Smart Sting and Busy Caroline. Racing on to the backstretch now. She's all in. Romakaka challenging. Pathway is right up there a close third. Upper line with a foothold at the fence and Snowtop Mountain between horses. Busy Caroline and Smart Sting has dropped back to last, and the half mile in 49 3/5 seconds. They head to the half mile pole. Romakaka, she's all in. And these two vying for the lead as they go to the far side of the course. And upper line is right there tight at the rail. And upper line is right at the heels of the pace. As they enter the far turn, Snowtop Mountain and Pathway, still a compact Modesty field with under 3 to go, and Romakaka the first to commit for home. Then Busy Caroline being asked to pick up. Smart Sting comes on the far outside. It's Romakaka with a quarter to go. Snowtop Mountain, she's all in, has dropped back. Upper line has been switched out. Busy Caroline in the green. Smart Sting on the far outside and Pathway last. Down to the final furlong. Snowtop Mountain and Romakaka, and these two full bore for the final 16th. Upper line and Smart Sting. It's Romakaka and Snowtop Mountain. Romakaka got it. Romakaka has won it over Snowtop Mountain. Then upper line, Smart Sting, Busy Caroline, she's all in, and Pathway was last. Romakaka and Arlington's leading jockey, Cisco Torres, first.
7 horses in the Modesty on Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 6 of them single digits on the board, I think showing us at how evenly matched the Modesty was. But it's Romakaka, who we have seen fail as the favorite, scores as the 4th choice in the wagering at $11 for Danny Miller. Now 5 for 7 lifetime on Arlington Park's turf course. Tough as Nails Snowtop Mountain finishes second, with the favorite Upper Line finishing third at 2-1. The 98th running of the American Derby, ladies and gentlemen, a Grade 3, 8-5 from the Kentucky Derby. Daddy Knows Best.
For the American Derby. And they're off. Skyring, Cosetti, Macho Bull. Here's All Stormy from the rail. Daddy Knows Best. And the Vanguard 2. And Southern Parkway, Quick Wit, and the Pizza Man as they come past the stands. So it's All Stormy from the rail for Robbie Alvarado. All Stormy to make the pace to the first turn, leading by 3/4 of a length to Skyring close up. Towards the inside is Cosetti. Daddy Knows Best. Turns in fourth. For the rail is Macho Bull, Southern Parkway together, then Quick Wit and the Pizza Man. All Stormy takes the field through a quarter in 24 3/5 seconds, leading to the back of the course. All Stormy by a length, and Skyring is right there close up. Cosetti taking a keen hold of, third toward the rail. Daddy Knows Best in the green cap a close fourth. Macho Bull settled along in fifth. Southern Parkway sixth. Then comes Quick Wit and the Pizza Man trails. It's 8 lengths from leader to last, and in front it's All Stormy. All Stormy leads the half mile in 50 2/5 seconds. All Stormy in front at the 4 1/2. Skyring tracking All Stormy as they head to the half mile pole. Cosetti is right there tucked in toward the rail. Daddy Knows Best is a close third and off of what pace there is as they go to the far side of the Arlington course. Macho Bull together with Southern Parkway. They both have 5 lengths to come. Then Quick Wit and the Pizza Man. 3/4 for All Stormy, 1 minute 15 3/5 seconds, midpoint on the turn. All Stormy has made every yard so far, and now they're coming toward the quarter pole. Skyring challenging All Stormy. Daddy Knows Best looms on the outside. Cosetti is right there close too. Southern Parkway, the Pizza Man on the far outside. They're in the final furlong and a half. All Stormy in front, Skyring. Cosetti's in a box. Cosetti trying to come through at the rail. That narrow opening there for Cosetti. Daddy Knows Best, one pace on the outside, racing up toward the wire. A dramatic ending to the American Derby. Cosetti got it in the shadow of the wire from that longtime leader, All Stormy. Then Skyring, and Daddy Knows Best was fourth to Cosetti, and Sean Bridgman scraping paint.
But it is Cosetti who has been coupled with Silver Max in the past. Doesn't need any coupling for this offspring of Cozine, the 4-1. Second choice in the wagering returns an even $10. All Stormy finishes second, and Skyring finishes third. And Daddy Knows Best, who competed in the first 2 legs of the Triple Crown, gets to the turf as the 8-5 favorite and finishes off the board. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more racing from Arlington Park and closing weekend from Hollywood.
Leah Auto Group, going miles above the rest. When your car needs service, Leah has you covered. We offer daily service specials, including our 1977 oil change. Book your next appointment online at leahcars.com or just stop by any Leah location at your convenience. No appointment necessary. Visit Leah Toyota, Nissan, Honda, and Hyundai on Central Avenue or Leah Infinity in Latham. Open 7 days a week and online all the time at leahcars.com.
Leah! Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
I've been coming here for well over 30 years to the OTB, and I think this is an outstanding facility. Probably comparable to something you'd see in Vegas. They have the big screens there, and then they have the auxiliary screens for, watching all the tracks. And the primary tracks of the day, they'll switch to the big screens, which is ideal for most of us race guys. We like to see the big races on the big screen. Well done.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at capitalotb.com, and live operators ready to take your call, Capital OTB is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone, or at capitalotb.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food, we're all about savings, we're all about you.
And continuing the stakes racing from Saturday afternoon at Arlington Park, time for the 77th running of the Arlington Handicap at 9 to 5, Boisterous.
And they're off in the Arlington Handicap. And here's the millionaire, Rahi Strada, going out toward the front along with Cherokee Lord. Proceed B in the red cap. Mr. Mardi Gras toward the rail is Handy. Sky Blazer, Nicky Sandcastle, Boisterous, Maverick King, and Vertiformer. After the first furlong and a half, it's Rahi Strada who narrowly leads at the inside. Cherokee Lord going toward the first turn. Nicky Sandcastle a close third, and Mr. Mardi Gras fourth by 3. Proceed B is fifth. Sky Blazer a settled sixth, and 7 from the front as they turn. And it's Boisterous racing in front of Maverick King, and Vertiformer has dropped back to last. A quarter and 24 seconds flat. So Rahi Strada leads them to the back of the course, a length in front of Nicky Sandcastle, who's keen to challenge, and Cherokee Lord is a close third by 2.5 lengths. Mr. Mardi Gras fourth upon settling by 3.5. Then Proceed B. Sky Blazer saving all the ground there for Julian Leparoux with 5 furlongs to go. Boisterous and back of Sky Blazer. Maverick King making ground toward the rail, and Vertiformer is last. They head to the half-mile pole. Rahi Strada charts the course. Went a half mile in 48 2/5 seconds in the shadow of the half-mile pole. The 2010 champion, Rahi Strada, leads by 3/4 of a length. Nicky Sandcastle still close in tow. Cherokee Lord held up. Mr. Mardi Gras, Proceed B now quickening into this pace, but being asked to go, Proceed B 3 wide, 3 furlongs from home. Rahi Strada still leads. Maverick King has picked his way through the field. Sky Blazer in tight quarters there. In the meantime, Boisterous in the cherry red cap, black colors pulled wide by Alan Garcia, and Vertiformer is last into the stretch. 3/4 in 1:13 flat. Rahi Strada with a furlong to go. Rahi Strada has gone 3 clear from Cherokee Lord, Nicky Sandcastle. Boisterous is charged now, and Boisterous is coming to tackle Rahi Strada. Close to the finish. Rahi Strada, Boisterous with one last thrust, but it's Rahi Strada holding on. Close for third, Mr. Mardi Gras, and Vertiformer's late run in a photo for third. Rahi Strada in the Arlington Handicap.
But it is Rahi Strada. Rahi Strada, first time Joel Rosario, the third choice in the wagering, won this Arlington Handicap at 6 to 1 2 years ago with perhaps a newfound running style on the front end. They find victory at $10.60. And Boisterous, coming out of the very strong, Shug McGahee barn. We talked about him for over a year, the turf runners that they are sending out. Boisterous did a good job and just loses by a neck to a front end winner. Mr. Mardi Gras finishes third in Saturday's Arlington Handicap. And finally from Arlington Park, 1.5 miles on the turf, the Stars and Stripes, 2 to 1, Musketeer.
They're off, racing 1.5 miles in the Stars and Stripes. Mystic from the rail, there's Working for Hops, and there's I Owe You Big Time in the green cap. As they work their way toward the first of our 3 turns here, it's Working for Hops in front. Working for Hops leads I Owe You Big Time. At the inside is Mystic and Free Fighter racing a joint third. This leading quartet have made a 5-length break early on from a settled final count. The 10-year-old millionaire Musketeer next under Joel Rosario, then join him. We come back to at the inside Harrods Creek together with Sun Tracer, and Eagle Poise is last with 1 circuit to go. Working for Hops dictates terms to I Owe You Big Time, Mystic with the rail, and Free Fighter. The opening quarter in 25 1/5 seconds. Working for Hops in front here for James Graham, leading by 3/4 of a length to I Owe You Big Time. Half mile 49 2/5 seconds. Mystic is right there toward the rail, and Handy Free Fighter running in fourth. As they go into the second turn, then comes Final Count, being settled along in 5th position, 3 clear from Join'em. At the inside, Musketeer saving ground going to the back of the course. Sun Tracer, Harrods Creek, and Eagle Poise remains last. Out in front, it's still Working for Hops and I Owe You Big Time. They're a neck apart. 3/4 went in 1 minute 14 2/5 seconds. Just in back of these joint leaders now, Free Fighter has edged into third. Mystic fourth by another 8. Now Joinham has grabbed 5th from final count back in 6th place. Then comes Sun Tracer, followed by Musketeer, Eagle Poise, up one spot, and Harrods Creek Trails. As they go back to where they began in the Stars and Stripes. And now, I Owe You Big Time up to engage, working for Hops, and I Owe You Big Time leads with 3 furlongs to go. Free Fighter still right there, that defending champion. Working for Hops has dropped back now 3rd, 3 furlongs out. Mystic being asked to pick up through the turn. 3 more lengths back to Joinham in a drive. 3 more to Sun Tracer. Then comes Final Count, who's losing ground. On the outside, Eagle Poise. Musketeer leads only Harris Creek, and they turn for home with I Owe You Big Time in front. 3 in front of Free Fighter. On the outside is Joinham, and followed out Sun Tracer now with his challenge. Working for Hops has given way. Musketeer trying to thread through traffic. They're deep in the final furlong. I Owe You Big Time with 3 lengths to hold. Charging is Sun Tracer. Musketeer toward the rail. I Owe You Big Time. The 41-1 winner of the Stars and Stripes wins by 2 from Musketeer. Sun Tracer 3rd, Joinham 4th, and Eagle Poise finish 5th.
But it is I Owe You Big Time, who clearly doesn't anymore, under Jeffrey Sanchez for Chris Block and Team Block. $84. Light up the board, ladies and gentlemen, in the 1.5-mile Stars and Stripes. Musketeer, first time Arlington Park, first time Joel Rosario is a 2-1 favorite, finishes 2nd. Sun Tracer is the show horse in Saturday's Stars and Stripes. It is closing weekend. It was closing weekend at Hollywood Park as the Southern California circuit gears up for Wednesday's opening day at Del Mar. Couple juvenile stakes races up first. The 73rd running of the Hollywood Juvenile Championship, 2-5, Amerish.
They're off. Slow start, Dirty Swag. Sharer Magic, Amerish between horses, and Strong Wind and Amerish now sprint clear. Confederate Recon moves through inside of Sharer Magic and claims 3rd early. Then Carson's Crown and Just Call Me Al, and Dirty Swag at the back of the pack. Up the backstretch in the 73rd Hollywood Juvenile Championship match racing up front. Amerish is a neck in front of Strong Wind, who presses the big favorite into the far turn. Confederate Recon has 4 lengths to make up. Now Sharer Magic in the pink is 5 off the lead. Then Carson's Crown, he is 7 from the front. Just Call Me Al has 11 to make up, and if Dirty Swag wins it, he'll make up 13 lengths and 2.5 furlongs top of the stretch. Amerish and a pesky Strong Wind. Amerish is going to earn this victory if he gets it. He's only half ahead in front of Strong Wind. Sharer Magic is closer. He's closing in, and Strong Wind has taken over the lead. Amerish is struggling at the rail. Strong Wind is in front. Sharer Magic comes after him now. Then comes Carson's Crown. I don't think Amerish is going to hit the board. He's not, and Sharer Magic has the lead. Sharer Magic, Carson's Crown, Just Call Me Out. It is Sharer Magic in front. Sharer Magic wins the 73rd Hollywood Juvenile Championship by 2.5. Carson's Crown was 2nd, Just Call Me Al 3rd, and Strong Wind finished 4th.
But Sharer Magic, ladies and gentlemen, the second choice in the wagering. With the 2-5 shot, you only had 3 horses at single digits and returning $8.20 for John Sadler, who claimed this horse for $50,000 in the career debut from Craig DeLassy. Winner's share, $90,000 in black type from the Hollywood Juvenile Championship. Carson's Crown finishes 2nd, and at nearly 30-1, Just Call Me Al. Amerish, who was 2 for 2, having already won the Willard Proctor, beats 1 horse at 2-5. Next up, 2-year-old fillies in the Landaluce 3-10 Executive Privilege.
They're off. Good start. Executive Privilege, 10 plush, Unusual Way sent through from the inside. Speeding in the City close up as well. Wildcat Angie and Miss Empire are next, then Renee's Queen, and the trailer is Oh Happy Gray. It is Unusual Way fastest up the backstretch now, and she's established a 2.5 length lead over Wildcat Angie, who runs by Executive Privilege to take over 2nd. Executive Privilege, the big favorite, is 3rd at the rail and 3 lengths behind. Speeding through the City has 4 lengths to make up. Then it's a lineup of 3. all 5 from the front. Renee's Queen advancing. Miss Empire alongside her. 10 Plush drops out. She's now 7 from the front. And Oh Happy Gray is the trailer as they come to the quarter pole in the 68th Landaluce. New leader Wildcat Angie has taken it over from speeding through the city. To the outside goes Renee's Queen. Executive Privilege finds a seam at the rail, and here she comes on through. Executive Privilege set down for the final furlong. Miss Empire tries to follow her, and Executive Privilege bursts through and challenges speeding in the city, but it's Executive Privilege who now takes charge and runs away. Executive Privilege speeding in through the city. Executive Privilege. The 68th Landaluce goes to Executive Privilege. She won by 3.5. Speeding through the city, second. Miss Empire, third. Close for fourth.
Rafael Bejarano, a terrific meet, wins the meet for the jockey's riding title, scores a stakes victory on closing day, closing weekend. Executive Privilege, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the final running time, faster than the boys. Not unheard of, especially for juvenile. But the 2-year-old filly Executive Privilege scores the victory in the Landaluce for Bob Baffert. Impressive in the debut, bet down hard, very impressive in added stakes money. Speed in through the city, finishes second, and Miss Empire finishes third in this year's running of the Landaluce. We're going to take our final break. When we come back, some more racing from Hollywood Park and one from Belmont.
What would another ShopRite mean for you?
It means more chef-prepared meals to take home and call my own.
Another place to get help with healthy eating.
And another place to get fresh fish.
Another ShopRite in the Capital District, 709 Central Avenue. Another ShopRite. That means more chef-prepared meals, another dietitian, and more fresh produce. Get more choices and even more savings with ShopRite's growing family.
We're all about food. We're all about savings. We're all about you.
Poker is like a war. It's a battle of wits. It's strategy and preparation. Winning is about understanding yourself before the other guy does. Knowledge and skill wins, not luck. For now, put your money aside and challenge your wits. Challenge your skill. Free Poker Network, every Tuesday evening at the Clubhouse Racebook. Welcome to the game.
You could wait for money to start falling from the sky, or you could head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, and amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook and Capital OTB are the better choice.
Leah Collision does it all. Tow it in or drive right up to Leah Collision, the area's largest certified collision center. Make Leah Collision your first call after an accident and let their certified staff guide you through the process. Our experts repair your vehicle quickly and affordably. We accept all makes, models, and insurance companies, and there's never an appointment needed for an estimate. Leah does it all. It's so big here, we even have a car rental center. Make your collision decision an easy one. The Leah Collision Center, because we do it all.
Leah! And time for Grade 1 action from Hollywood Park. 3-year-old fillies on the turf going 1.25 miles. The 11th running of the American Oaks, and at 3-2, Lady of Shamrock.
They're off. Perfect start. Nyara and Best Present Ever show the most speed. Miss Cato close up in third. Colonial Flag and Stormy Lucy are next. Stormy Lucy tightly at the rail. My GGN left a message, and Lady of Shamrock is the early trailer, and Nyara is the leader with 1 lap to run. It is Nyara, 3/4 of a length from a tugging Miss Cato in second. Then Best Present Ever and Colonial Flag right together, third and fourth, and 2 from the front-running Nyara, who is setting a very easy pace. Stormy Lucy is fifth, about 3.5 lengths off the lead. My Gigi just outside of her. Lady of Shamrock has moved up 1 position. She's at the rail, second to last, and about 5.5 from the front, and Left a Message is the trailer. 7 lengths first to last into the backstretch in the 11th American Oaks, and Nyara is doing it simply. It is Nyara, the leader, 1.25 lengths from Miss Cato. Got to be an early run from the back of the pack, and it's Rajiv Maran Mirage and Colonial Flag to inch closer. Colonial Flag is now within a length and a half of the lead, and she's tugging. My GG joins Best Present Ever. They're only 2.5 off the lead. Lady of Shamrock going to have to close into easy fractions. She's third last now, green and white at the rail, and 3.5 or 4 from the front. Stormy Lucy just outside of Lady of Shamrock. The trailer is left a message. There's 3 furlongs left to race. Nyara, Miss Cato, and a 3-wide Colonial Flag. Nyara has left the rail open, though, for Best Present Ever, and 4 horses are across the track at the quarter-mile marker. Lady of Shamrock is up into 5th now, stays at the rail, going to have to try to get through 2 from the front, and long shot, Best Present Ever is the leader. Lady of Shamrock going to try to come through from the inside, and she's on a roll. Best Present Ever trying to hold off Lady of Shamrock and Mike Smith, and Lady of Shamrock storms to the lead. Now suddenly 2 in front. My GG second, Lady of Shamrock. The 11th American Oaks goes to Lady of Shamrock over My GG. She won it by 2. Best Present Ever was 3rd, close for 4th.
Lady of Shamrock, who debuted at the Spa last summer, won 3 stakes races at Santa Anita after moving to the John Sadler barn out of the Ronnie Werner barn. The offspring of Scat Daddy, finds much success under Mike Smith. A very, very authoritative victory in the Grade 1 American Oaks. My GG finishes 2nd, and Best Present Ever finishes 3rd in the Grade 1 American Oaks. Up next, Phillies sprinting out at Hollywood Park, going 7/8 in the Gleam Handicap, 2-1. Switch.
They're off. Mildly offensive caught a flyer. So did Izzy Rules. These two very smoothly and fast into stride. Izzy Rules takes charge. American Lady is next. Then Teddy's Promise taken back and wrangled back to midfield. Sugar in the Morning attends the pace. Glamourista is second to last, and the trailer is Switch as they run up the backstretch. In the 58th A Gleam Handicap, Izzy Rules tugging at Edwin Maldonado. She wants to go 3/4 of a length from American Lady in second. The same margin to Mildly Offensive at the rail. Teddy's Promise between horses, and a 3-wide Sugar in the Morning. Glamourista's in the white. She's got 5 lengths to make up, and Switch will have to make up 6 and pass them all. 3 furlongs left to run. Izzy Rules with full challenges. Teddy's Promise through from the inside. American Lady and a 4-wide Sugar in the Morning. And just like the American Oaks, there are 4 horses across the track with a 1/4 mile to run. Switch and Glamourista draw within 3 of the lead. Mildly Offensive has dropped out. It is wide open top of the stretch. American Lady, Teddy's Promise, Izzy Rules between horses. Sugar in the Morning, Glamourista, and Switch. Any one of 6 can win, and here comes Switch in the center of the track. It is Switch challenging Sugar in the Morning, and now it's down to these 2, and Switch has taken command, and Switch is going to win, and she's in the Breeders' Cup. Switch has won the 58th A Gleam Handicap. She won by 2 over Sugar in the Morning, Glamourista, and American Lady.
Now Switch, 0 for 8 since winning the Santa Monica January 30th, 2011, is the 2-1 favorite, makes her patent late run under Garrett Gomez, scores by 1 3/4 lengths, returning $6.60 for John Sadler, who wins 3 out of the 4 stakes races. Sugar in the Morning finishes 2nd. Glamourista finishes 3rd, but a very, very nice return to the winner's circle for Switch. Sunday afternoon, closing day at Hollywood Park, and a very aptly named stakes race for closing day. 1.5 miles on the turf. Only 4 are entered. 2 to 5 Dahmer in the Sunset Handicap.
They're off. Quaintly breaks best and goes for the front from Romp at the rail and a Juniper Pass. Juniper Pass up into 2nd, Romp 3rd, and the early trailer is Dahmer. So it's Quaintly at the far turn the first time. She's 3/4 of a length in front of Juniper Pass, who's snugly in 2nd. Romp is at the rail in 3rd, and Dahmer gallops along. At the back of the pack, only about 3 lengths first to last as the filly Quaintly takes them into the stretch for the first time, and she's just ambling along. It is Quaintly and Yuichi Fukunaga to set the pace, 3/4 of a length from Juniper Pass, who continues and now inches just a little bit closer in second. Romp stays at the rail third, now at about 2 from the front, and Dahmer is comfortable at the back of the pack. That's the 4 of them. 1 lap to race in the 71st Sunset Handicap, and Quaintly is the leader. Quaintly goes into the clubhouse turn with that measured lead. It's about 3/4 of a length as Juniper Pass is content to just track her in second. Romp stays at the rail for Martin Garcia, less than 2 from the front, and Dahmer is still 4th and last. They're at the clubhouse turn now, about 7 furlongs from the wire, and the leader is Quaintly. Quaintly goes to the backstretch, still galloping along comfortably. Juniper Pass continues to track in second. This is pretty much going to be a half-mile sprint for home when they get midway on the backstretch, as Quaintly and Juniper Pass are now a bit closer. Romp continues to gallop along. He is in third, but now he's joined by Dahmer. Dahmer and Romp are 3rd and 4th, and they're 2.5 lengths behind the 2 front runners, who are pretty much even now. Quaintly and Juniper Pass with their strides synchronized a half-mile from home. Quaintly is inside. Juniper Pass is outside. They are 2 lengths clear of Dahmer, who just took 3rd, but only narrowly. Romp could still do it 4th at the rail. All 4 separated by 2 lengths now, and they pick up the tempo 3 furlongs from the wire, and Quaintly is still there. Quaintly is a neck in front of Juniper Pass in second. Dahmer now going to make a 3-wide run, and here comes Dahmer within a length of the lead. Romp is still there, but he's going to need racing room. Top of the stretch they run. Quaintly, Juniper Pass, and Dahmer, and here comes Dahmer. And Dahmer has taken over the lead. Juniper Pass and Quaintly are gone. Romp's the only one with a chance, but he'll have to make up 2.5 in the final 16th, and he will not do it, as Dahmer is clear to the wire and going to win the 71st Sunset Handicap. Julian Leperoux and Dahmer won by better than 3. Romp was second, Quaintly third, Juniper Pass 4th.
And Dahmer coming out of the victory in the 12-furlong round table adds the Grade 3 Sunset very convincingly under Julian Leperoux. Now, not much pace up front, and sometimes you worry about slow fractions in a short field for a horse who's back in the pack, but Dahmer was just so superior to this group. Scores the victory for Mike Mitchell. Romp finishes second, and Quaintly finishing third in the Sunset. One stakes race to bring you from Belmont Park, ladies and gentlemen, for $600,000, the Grade 1 run on the main turf course, or the Widener turf course this year, the Man of War at odds-on Treasure Beach.
And they're off. Hudson Steele breaking from that outside post. Center divider is there, and point of entry is in between those two. Over to the inside, Tahoe Lake, followed by News Dad. In behind that group is Treasure Beach, and well behind them all is Game Ball as they make their way for that first turn. And so the leader will be Center Divider. Point of entry prompting on the outside. Tahoe Lake tucked away neatly at the inside while third. Hudson Steele is back in fourth. News Dad is following that group. And then Treasure Beach is just loping along easily in the early stages here. About 6 lengths from front runner Center Divider. A break of another 7 back to the trailing long shot Game Ball. So into the backstretch run. Center Divider, the opening quarter mile was 26 seconds flat as they make their way to the backstretch run, and point of entry runs along in second. Followed by Hudson Steele, who's third on the outside behind this extremely deliberate pace. 52 seconds flat was the opening half mile. News Dad continues to draft in behind horses, and following right on that one's tail is Treasure Beach. Still behind them all is Game Ball. So they're midway down the backstretch run. Center Divider in front. Right in his hip pocket now is point of entry. Hudson Steele out there third. Tahoe Lake's had a beautiful trip so far, riding the hedge as they move for the far turn. And then it's News Dad and Treasure Beach still unhurried here. Jamie Spencer riding high as they move into the far turn. And there's a half mile to go. And now Center Divider starting to roll now. Center Divider out there now by a length and a half. Point of entry is full out second. Tahoe Lake down inside races third. Hudson Steele is fourth. And then it's News Dad. Right alongside him is Treasure Beach, who's now about 4.5 from the lead. And he swings into action on the far outside. And now the field turns for home. Center divider bracing for the challenge here. Point of entry is right alongside. Tahoe Lake is in behind them. And then on the far outside, it is Treasure Beach trying to do his best. He's a long way away from the leaders now. And the leader is Point of Entry. Point of Entry in front. Center divider runs in second. And then Tahoe Lake on the outside as they come down to the finish. Point of Entry scores to win the Man of War by 4 lengths. Center divider was second. Tahoe Lake was third. Newsdad was fourth. Treasure Beach could manage only fifth today. The time for the race was 2 minutes, 13 4/5 seconds.
Now here's an example as you were watching the Man of War, looking at those pedestrian fractions put up front. How could you possibly have liked your chances with Treasure Beach, who really never even gave this race a whiff? But the second choice in the wagering for Shug McGahee and the Phipps stable, we've been talking about it for 16 months. They have just become dynamos on the turf. Point of Entry wins the Man of War, returns $7.80 with Center Divider at 17 to 1 finishing second, and Tahoe Lake at 30 to 1 completing the trifecta, which came back $518. Treasure Beach, ladies and gentlemen, at 4 to 5 finishes fifth in what I would say was just about an impossible position. That wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses, ladies and gentlemen, as we turn our attention to the summertime tracks of Saratoga and Del Mar. Enjoy both opening day. We'll see you back here Monday.